My dad banned me from Thanksgiving dinner at his house, so I called the cops on him. He went to jail for drugs and told the rest of my family to have Thanksgiving at my apartment instead. When I was 18, I went to college and had a boyfriend who was a black Puerto Rican. This was 2005. We were really deeply in love, but I had to keep him a secret from my dad, who was really racist. Like incredibly racist. He's from Italy, so not a typical redneck kind of racist as you might imagine. If you guys saw his Facebook feed right now, obviously he didn't have one back then, you would get what I am talking about. Just a constant stream of racism and other awful shit. Anyways, my dad eventually found out. We had moved in together and it was only a matter of time before he was going to find out. He flipped a shit, of course, and told me I can't come to Thanksgiving dinner unless I break up with him. It was at his house. My other family were all going. Aunts and uncles and cousins aren't nearly as racist as my dad, and he told me not to tell anyone about my boyfriend or he would never speak to me again, and that I have to break up with him and maybe he would forget about it. I was furious about it, but it wasn't entirely out of the ordinary for him. I was really more upset that I was gonna miss Thanksgiving and miss out on seeing all my aunts and uncles and cousins. I also figured I would probably miss Christmas. My dad was a drug dealer. He was pretty much the entirety of me growing up. I knew he had stuff in his house. I remember because when I was 17 I used to take some of the coke from his bottom drawer to parties and pass it around. Anyways, my boyfriend jokingly came up with a plan. Call the cops on him and they can search him and find the drugs, and then we can tell all my aunts and uncles to just come here instead. He thought it was funny. I took it very seriously. I called the police and told them that he's a drug dealer, and when he leaves the house after 10 p.m. he should typically have drugs in his car. It was kind of a ridiculous process. The cops didn't take me very seriously, but they did it regardless and found a bit of cocaine. He missed Thanksgiving dinner in jail. I called all my aunts and uncles and cousins and told them we were gonna have it at my apartment with my boyfriend instead. We spent the entire day cooking and it was honestly a lot of fun. I could tell they were a bit apprehensive about my boyfriend, but not anywhere near as much as my dad was. They were American mostly. Well, the older ones were born in Italy, the younger ones born in America. Nobody except me and my boyfriend knew about me telling the cops about my dad. From then on, my dad was in and out of jail. I don't know how he managed to avoid jail before that, but after that he spent most of his life in jail, in and out on small charges. Right now, he is out, and has been out for a year. I don't talk to him. All I can see is his trashy, awful Facebook feed. I am still in contact with the rest of my family, and they don't talk to him either. He is like a pariah in the family. Subscribe Baker Street Tales for more exciting Reddit stories.